oh, just thought of this. Love this. Okay, he thought about how like she's like you can't change the world, and he was kind of like I can't, but I wish I could. But he does.
Yeah.
So
foreshadowing.
We're back.
I'm back.
Mariah's back.
Who missed me? I did.
Okay, so we're back for a movie review.
So excited.
So excited. You don't even know what movie we're watching.
I don't know what movie we're watching, but I'm here for it.
So you're here for it.
So
Okay.
excited.
We're watching a movie called 1987.
I'm trying to think of what happened in 1987.
You weren't born in 1987. I wasn't even born in 1987. We're watching a movie called 1987, dubbed a political thriller.
Ooh.
Came out last year, and
Okay.
it is about a political uprising and
In 1987.
in 1987, and it is based on a true story. So there was a lot of political unrest at the time, and a lot going on in South Korea. And so I'm excited to learn more about it. Obviously
I'm stoked.
historical, based on a true story, so not everything's true, but I think we can learn a lot about history of Korea
Love
at the
it.
time. So, should we watch the preview?
Yeah.
Okay.
8711 023. 아, 너 운동하거든요? 다들 가슴이 최고라고 부탁해요. 내가 없어도 당당하게 살아, 당당하게.
Okay.
소생이 불가능합니다. 태우라, 죽은 지 8시간도 안 됐는데 아버지가 죽은 아들을 봤다 못 봤다. 정황상 고문치사가 확실해요. 각하께서 심려가 크십니다. 도서관이 책상을 탁 치니 뻑하고 응? 아, 이걸 진짜 못해! 사실 확인 좀 합시다. 익사죠. 이번에 서울대생 고문해갖고 죽인 놈들이 다 책임질게요. 어떻겠습니까? 내래 빨갱이 잡는 거 방해하는 갓나들은 무조건 빨갱이로 간주하가서 죽기 살기로 몸부림치는 그 20살 중인을 그 경찰 2명 있다는 제가 들었다고? 이거 중요한 거야. 꼭 알려야 돼.
안 해.
야, 그럼 사람이 억울하게 죽었는데 그냥 가만히 있어?
그런다고 세상이 바뀌어요? 가족들 생각은 안 해요?
Look at that.
Chills.
Chills.
Wow.
Dang.
So that's when this came out last year.
Nice.
When the day comes, 1987.
Wow. I don't even want to say anything. I just want to watch it right
Just want to
now.
watch it. No expectations, just get in.
Yeah. Wow. It just looks really good.
Looks really good. Yeah, a lot of people recommended this. Like, this is one of our most recommended movies. And so I've been saving it up for a good, yeah, until I came back. I don't know, I'm just excited. I think this is a movie that we won't know too much about until we watch it. I know
Yeah.
some of the historical background.
I know none of the historical background.
So you're gonna learn about it, and I'm gonna learn a lot of things about it too. So I'm excited for it.
Me too.
Okay,
Let's watch.
let's watch it. We'll be back with our thoughts. See you soon.
Ew. What is this rated?
Ugh.
Oh wow. He sings it.
변호사 필요하시면 연락 주시고 좋은 하루 되십시오.
Wow. Savage.
Oh my gosh. And the shoes.
But he's not dead.
Doesn't look good though.
That was so depressing. He died. Ooh, that's cool.
Wow. Wow.
That was really sad.
It was really sad.
Kind of depressed now.
Yeah, which is really good though.
It was inspiring. When he was like dying, I was like, okay, well, this sucks. But then to have it's like such a sad, tragic ending, but to have it end with her deciding to kind of be with the rebellion was super inspiring. You knew that he cared about her with like the whole shoe. And to see that like his death didn't go for nothing. And he didn't just inspire her, because it said that
1 million people.
Yeah, 1 million people went to his funeral.
Right.
So his death like inspired people and caused change.
Yeah, that was Yun Hee that we were talking about. Yun Hee. She was the niece.
Yun Hee. She
of
was
the
awesome.
prison guard. She was awesome. I liked all the
Very
characters.
likable.
Really good.
Everyone, yeah.
I thought this movie did a really great job of incorporating a lot of characters, and
development.
nobody really dominated the movie,
Right.
except for the director of the anti-communist affairs, like the main bad guy.
Yeah.
Like he was in it throughout, but it was
Everyone
really
else.
carried through by a lot of people. I read something online where somebody said they compared this, and maybe it was the director compared this to like a relay race, where you have different people
Yeah.
kind of running different things.
Yeah, because by the end, you think of the main characters as Yun Hee and the boy that died.
Hanyor, I think was his name.
It's like, but
That
they're
wasn't really
not-
the case until later on.
Yeah,
there
till the
were
very
so
end.
many main people. Yeah, I thought it was really cool that they kind of did it like that. Like the
Creative.
prosecutor who really stood his ground in the beginning. He wasn't really in it after the first third of the movie till the end. You see him get some kind of his vindication that he was
Yeah.
right and all the bad guys go to jail.
It was awesome.
Yeah, so that was
They had
cool.
little things of humor, which was like kind of surprising that they
Yeah,
could pull that off.
but not many.
I feel like it was just little tiny like things that kind of make you like smile or laugh, almost to show like real life is still happening.
Right.
And
That it's
then-
happening in a real world.
Yeah, that's happening and we still have our normal life, but then terrible things are happening among that.
The way they set it up, the entire movie was so believable in
Oh, yeah.
terms of like, happening in 1987.
Yeah.
And so I thought that was really good. But, I mean, the crazy thing about that, 1987 is not that long ago.
No, it's
That's-
kind of
that is
freaky.
Very, very recent. I mean,
Yeah.
that is just before I was born. I mean, that's virtually my lifetime. And so that's pretty crazy.
So I'm sure this movie was really popular because tons of people in Korea like remember this.
Right. I don't know. It's hard to pick a favorite movie. This might have been my favorite movie so far.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It's hard to pick though. I fay like I say that sometimes, and so
Every time we're like, this was
is
our
your
favorite.
Yeah. But I
It was so
really
good.
liked this one. I really liked the message for it.
Yeah.
I liked that.
I love the acting.
Love the acting. I love that it was based on a true story that they showed like
And it
all
seemed real. None
Yeah.
of it seemed like,
was
oh,
nothing
they added
outrageous.
this fake
Yeah.
thing. It
Yeah.
all seemed very, very real.
Right, and so that it was like so based on a true story, and everything they showed at the end, like all the real footage.
Yeah.
That's super cool. Like a very like inspiring.
And it looked very similar to the movie, so it was like, oh,
You're
okay.
like, okay, they did a good job, and the pictures they showed of the people who actually passed away. So yeah, I think it's. I felt like it was a very entertaining movie, but I would also say that it's a very important movie.
Educational.
Yeah, and it's like important for people to see and important to learn. about.
Understand like the sacrifice people made.
Right.
Especially because it was so recent. It's teaching us about something that was literally like 30 years ago.
Right.
Like that was not very long ago. So
Yeah.
you can put yourself in it instead of removing yourself.
Right. Did you have a favorite actor? Favorite character?
What's his name? The guy who died? Han-yor. He was my favorite just because
Han-yor
he
was
was
your favorite.
really cute.
Of course.
But like he was just, it wasn't just like he was attractive. Like his personality was awesome.
Right.
And it was like he's standing for something and he was so happy to do it. It wasn't
Right.
like this, oh, this sucks. I have
And
to
he
fight.
even acknowledges, like, she's like, you can't change the world, and like, oh, just thought of this, love this. Okay, he thought about how like she's like, you can't change the world, and he's kind of like, you know, I can't, but I wish I could. But he does.
Yeah.
So
foreshadowing.
Yeah, so him leading everybody and like, it, you know,
He
like,
really changed the world.
like 1 million people came to his funeral, and so he inspired that many people and more. And so
Yeah.
I think he's really kind of the ultimate, just like, I don't know. He's just the total good guy. He's a college
Yeah.
kid who's got plenty of
And
things he
was
should
just
be
so,
worried about.
Yeah, but he was just so happy to do. It wasn't even. I feel like maybe lots of people want to make a difference or like want to be on that side, on the side of the rebellion, but they're like kind of mad about it,
Right,
like
right.
mad that they have to deal
Right.
with that. And he was so happy the whole
He's a very
time.
willing and active participant.
Like it was like he felt grateful to be fighting,
Mhm.
and he seemed grateful to sacrifice himself.
Right, right.
Loved him.
Yeah, he was awesome. I really liked but the uncle who is the prison guard. He's so
awesome.
cool. He's in a ton of movies. He was also in Taxi Driver, which is kind of a similar message.
Yeah.
And I just really liked him. He just does such a good job of portraying every role that he's
Yeah,
in.
he's an amazing actor.
And so I kind of felt like
Very
he's
likable.
kind of low on the totem pole in terms of like, you know, police influence, but he always stood his ground.
Mm-hmm.
And he did everything he could, and yeah, he was awesome. It was hard to have a favorite character, but I really liked the format of going through like different characters carrying the
So
story.
cool. Well,
and
then
doing
you
their
don't
part.
even have a favorite character. It's like throughout each part, it's like I love this guy.
Yeah.
Now I love this guy. Now I love this girl. Like it's
Yeah.
cool.
And I think that was maybe the message of the Uprising, that it wasn't just one person who did everything. Right. That it was each people had their part.
Not a domino effect.
Mhm, right.
And it ended with him, who had like this huge domino effect.
Right.
1 million people went to his funeral.
Mhm.
Those 1 million people inspired
Mhm.
1 billion other people. You know.
Right. Well, I think the part that stood out to me the most, maybe that I'll keep from this movie, is the very end where they show like him kind of like Hanyo is standing up to everything and ultimately, you know, costing him his
So
life.
cool.
And then it goes through and they start singing the national anthem and they're
Yeah,
all like
that was like,
converging.
dang.
That part was awesome.
Chills.
Because I've heard the national anthem of Korea many times, right? But I feel like from watching that the national anthem is gonna have like more meaning to it.
Yeah.
To me now. It's like when I hear the national anthem, that's part of what I'm gonna think of. Like
Totally.
these people who in 1987, a lot of them sacrificed their life, their safety, and all these things to make Korea a better place, to make Korea the place that it is today, to get rid of the dictator. Like, awesome.
So
So
cool.
I think, you know, this
Proud.
movie and Taxi Driver, you know, are just super meaningful. I love that they're based on a true story. Like that, the true story ones get me every time.
Yeah.
I love it. So I loved it. Any other thoughts?
Loved it.
Yeah, I thought it was
Send
awesome.
us more.
Send us more
loving
recommendations. You guys
it.
have the best recommendations. Whenever, I feel like
Yeah,
whenever
we've
it's a
never had a
recommended
recommendation
movie,
we haven't liked.
it's always good. So keep sending recommendations our way. Thanks again for watching. We're going to be uploading more coming into 2019.
Heck yeah.
And so we'll upload some good
Happy New
videos.
Year.
Yeah. Okay, thanks guys. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, we're ready.
Mm-hmm.